especially for face-to-face, because this is a reminder that I tell myself that, oh, I do not know what kind of a situation that my students are in. Okay, you guys did mention earlier about connection to, okay, devices, and also, okay, the apparent reason that we may not understand. Okay, as a result, we try our best to come up with better lessons, right? Okay, so let's play a game then. Okay, I'm not sure whether you guys are familiar with this. Game Kit Live. Let me just share. Okay. Okay.
Melissa, are you sharing the link?
Hang on now.
Okay.
Okay, let me just.
You want to share the link so we can click and enter.
Because I need to click on the link first. Okay. Okay, guys, that's the link.
All right.
I'm not used to Zoom.
So long you didn't use Zoom, huh?
No, I think it's been 1.5 years. Okay, so click on the link, okay, in the chat box and enter your name. Then let me just wait for the rest to. I only have 7 players now. Okay, 10, 14 before I can start. Okay, while waiting, you guys can just draw. There's a feature for you to just draw whatever. Okay, 20 players. Okay, so let's start then. I have 25. Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
Just start the game. So the game is quite simple. It's for you to earn cash as much as you can. Okay, I still have people entering the name.
Malissa, what happened is when you view the answer, it brings you to 0.
Yeah, because the purpose of the game is to earn as much money. So the moment when you chose the wrong answer, your
Yeah.
money will be deducted.
And when I view the correct answer, my money, my cash goes to 0.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dr. M,
Okay, let me just stop the game.
the questions keep repeating themselves, I think.
So let's see the winner. Wow, Z.
Expected. Z, congrats.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
Z, it's you again.
yeah.
Okay, thank you.
All right, guys, let me just stop sharing. Okay, this is what we call as leaderboard, yeah? And via GameKit Live, you can also generate report, okay? And you can export this to either a template that you can create, okay? From here, you can see the overview of the students' performance. And you guys mentioned to me a little bit about motivation and engagement, okay? Whether you realize it or not, okay? Even somebody mentioned about playing games and come up with different quizzes. So this kind of way can, in a way, break the monotony. As a result, students feel more, there's a different element rather than, just talk and discuss. And this would definitely create, better engagement, better, and it would then lead to better motivation when it comes to, your class and the content especially. So let me just stop here. But okay, the thing about this is a web-based or cloud-based platform, right? And it's rather straightforward. Anyone can use this. Okay, do you guys agree?
Yeah.
Okay, anyone can just Google something. Okay, the thing about technology, I do not want you to think that the more different platform, different tools that you know, okay, the better your class will be. Okay, please, if you have this kind of concept, okay, this kind of mentality, please erase this. Okay, because we are all teachers. You need to know the kind of approach, the kind of modality that you wish, okay, to use in your class. Then only you can choose the technology to support, okay, your pedagogy. Okay, so anyone, any Tom, Dick, and Harry can use quizzes, okay, can use GameKit, can use MS Team. Okay, you just have to give them, okay, maybe 2 months or 1 month, okay, to familiarize with the technology, with the tool. Okay, but what you need to understand, okay, we are all teachers, we need to know, okay, the delivery, okay, the design of the delivery that you are going to use as part of your intervention. Okay, that is the underpinning, ideology that we all have to, either correct or thoroughly understand. Okay, let me just continue with, okay, maybe you guys can tell me a little bit about Game Kit just now. Okay, how do you guys feel? You guys like it? Is it okay? Is it friendly? Would you use it again?
It's very colorful.
Is
I think
it?
the students will like it.
I do find Gimkit is slightly better than Quizlet. Okay, if you are familiar with Quizlet or Quizlet, okay, it's a lot better in the sense that you can, there are more available features, especially if you wish to, motivate students. Okay, in a sense that you want to gamify your lesson. Somebody mentioned to me how to track my students' progress. Okay, there's a leaderboard. How to inform about my students, how to inform my students about their progress. You can actually work offline and download, okay, their performance and show them. But like I said, it's just a tool. Okay, it's just a tool. And okay, let's continue. Okay, so talking about it's just a tool, okay, I did mention about the design, okay? So what kind of design? There are a lot of, conditions, there are a lot of mechanism when it comes to gamifying your lesson, but I have pick and choose, okay, 5 simple rules that you guys can digest, okay, you guys can apply, and you guys can take from this particular workshop. Then hopefully you guys can actually use this. Okay, I will just talk from my experience. Yeah, I'll just share. Okay, let me just share my screen again. I'm sorry if I'm fumbling with Zoom. Okay, so gamification, the definition is quite straightforward. Okay, it is basically when you use, okay, the game mechanics, any element, principle, and also any kind of application, the concept of a game, okay, and you apply them, okay, onto your lesson, okay, either in a non-game context to easily, okay, engage and motivate your students. The thing about gamified activity, okay, you guys have been wonderful. You guys shared with me, okay, different kind of activities that you guys use, okay, have been linked to enhancing students, both intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. As a result, okay, students would be able to enjoy and engage better with your lesson, and this is linked to better performance. Yeah. So these are some of the reasons, okay, why we use games, okay, as part of the online classroom intervention, okay. Engagement, create addiction to learning, real world application, because imagine the kind of choices and decisions that they make, okay, when they play the game, okay, could also be applied in a real world application, okay. Competition among the team members, among the classmates, okay, can create some sort of positive motivation, okay. And finally, obviously, if you were to design, okay, your games in a form of a team where they compete against another team, okay, it would then enhance collaborative skills. So I did mention about the 5 steps, okay, 5 simple steps, okay. So the first one is to learn some of the most basic element when you wish to design or even choose a game, okay, as part of your lesson. Okay, do not simply choose any kind of available tool and claim that, oh, I play games, okay? So don't do that. Okay, step 1, okay, familiarize yourself with some of the basic elements when it comes to gamifying your lesson, okay? You have to ensure that before you choose a specific platform, okay, some of these gamified elements are there. Okay, for example, points, badges, level. Because the thing about playing game is not merely asking students to execute an activity. There must be motivation, okay? There must be reward. There must be some sort of mysterious element, okay, where they can keep themselves engaged and continue with playing the game. Time pressure, like just now I gave 5 minutes and I gave reward, okay, cash reward as a form of motivation. And personalization, okay, avatar can be created, different characters can be created, relatable storyline, okay, can also be created. So these are some of the basic element of game playing. Stop me if you have any question, guys. Okay, so I have come up with a checklist, okay, in a form of a question, okay, before you start thinking or start implementing, okay, games as part of your lesson. Number 1, okay, it's always good to ask your student about their type of favorite games, okay, do they play Minecraft, okay, Warcraft, do they play trivial types of game, okay, do they play word choice, homonyms, for example, okay, then from there you can gauge further the kind of, the kind of types of game that you wish to implement as part of the lesson. Okay, the next one, you have to also determine the skills that you wish to, for your students to obtain by the end of this game. Yeah, like I mentioned, it's not merely, okay, implementing or using any kind of random tool. These are the questions. For example, is it the kind of, I wish for my students to learn, okay, 10 different vocabulary by the end of this particular game. Okay, so ask yourself, what is it that you want your students to obtain by the end of the game? The next one is modification, okay, that you could make to adapt, okay, this game to your classroom. For example, okay, you can convert traditional assignment into quests, okay, mysterious quests. For example, short learning activity that can take 10 to 25 minutes to complete. And these tasks, okay, can also be divided into 3 mini different quests. For example, one of the, okay, I remember using this particular modification, okay, for my students, where they have to learn revising and editing skills. Yeah, so for them to go to the next, upskill or upskill or stage or level of phase, they have to complete, let's say, 2 tasks. Okay, and these 3 tasks, okay, constitute one huge skills that they would obtain by the end of the game. Yeah, so you can do that. Number 4, okay, ask yourself what elements of gaming lend themselves to your class structure or content. So you can include badges, okay, using resources like Edmodo. Okay, you guys are familiar with Edmodo. It has been around for many, many years. Okay, class badges, Credly or Passport. You can award them as the skills or the learning outcome, okay, which obviously that they have mastered. And as a result, they can be, completely engaged and with the lesson, okay, with the task or with the quest. Okay, how can I add some competition or track progress? Okay, you can drop in surprise reward for grid, award bonus point, okay, award, progress. Okay, there are so many web-based options available for you to do this. Okay, Gradecraft, Classcraft, and the virtual locker. I've used Classcraft before. Okay, you can definitely personalize or customize, okay, a lot of things using Classcraft, but it's not free. Yeah. How can I add a sense of adventure? Okay, you can create a storyline come up with different themes, for example, the Amazing Race, Murder Mystery, Survivor, etc. Okay. So the next one, okay, make a plan. Okay. So take some of our ideas that you have been tossing around and come up with the game plan. Okay, I actually used this before. Okay, start with simple proficiency batches. Okay, you can use LMS, any kind of LMS, to share criteria for each batch. It's kind of like a rubric. Yeah, for example, batch 1 will have 5 different criteria. So you can publish, okay, the leaderboard, okay, to motivate students. I've also included here, okay, Canva, okay. I think you guys are familiar with Canva, okay, where you guys can use all the template, okay, but there's only one free template, okay, that you can use to create leaderboard, yeah. Develop relatable storyline and characters and implement competition tasks. You can even gamify your course syllabus. So these are some of the simple ideas that I've tested before, that I've experimented before. Yeah, I actually use a course syllabus. Okay, I gamified my course syllabus where they can compete. Okay, to find out about turning in ID, for example, or password. What else? I also gamify the assessment. Okay, for example, for them to be able to correctly guess, okay, the percentages for each assessment. Yeah, so instead of having a dry and boring introduction class, you can gamify your first class or your introduction class, okay, by gamifying your course syllabus. Okay, next, step 4, okay, you need to try it out. Okay, do not bite off more than you can chew. Start small with maybe one class, one subject, or even one element, okay, from one gamified element. Okay, so once you have a broader sense or understanding of your students' engagement level, then only you can do more. Make sure that you take note, record, and don't forget to join in the fun. Okay. And finally, the most important part of the whole 5-step is to always ask for your students' feedback. Yeah, I do believe that we don't ask enough. Yeah, so you can use these 3 questions, okay, to request for feedback. Then use, okay, this information to design better and meaningful game for your students. Okay, so those are the 5 steps. Any question? Any comments? Okay, next is, I think do I have time? Okay. All right, so these are some of the familiar digital games. Okay, I'm not saying that they are bad, but you can use them. But again, okay, consider the 5 steps. Yeah. Go through the 5 steps, then perhaps, okay, you guys can try and use all these available web-based or cloud-based digital games. Okay, and okay, the game mechanics and game dynamics, these are the mechanisms, the ones that I shared with you. Okay, the 5 steps are adapted from these 2. Yeah. Then, okay, key takeaway, okay, gamification offers a nuanced approach that can be a motivating force for better engagement. Okay, I agree with this. Okay, it takes away the monotony of, you know, any class, okay, or any, you know, given lesson. Okay, it can enhance online learning experience. Okay, it can yield better performance because when your students are motivated, okay, they engage better with your lesson, and that obviously can lead to better students' performance. But word of caution, okay, always carefully plan, okay, your games, okay, so that it is meaningful, not just creative, meaningful, and it is mapped to the learning outcome. So any thoughts, any questions? I'm on my last slides already. Maybe you guys can. Do you use games for your students? Yes, I do. Yeah, I just shared there are different kind of platforms just now. Any questions?
I've got a comment.
Mm,
I'm going to use that games for them to remember their turn it in and other things that they keep asking me over and over again, you know?
yes.
So I think it's a good idea, you know? Yeah, going to do that.
Yes, I
Thanks for
agree,
the idea. Yeah.
Melissa.
Yeah.
To see, that's good. I should do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, because remember you keep telling them, you post there and then they don't bother to read. Now.
Questions about
Ah.
deadlines, about percentages, and
deadlines.
all that. Those are very good suggestions, Melissa.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Melissa,
mm,
are we able to explain or give some sort of explanation in our answer in Game Kit? For example, if the students
yes.
choose the wrong answer, are we able to explain somewhere?
Yes, you
Okay.
can. Yeah.
Right. I think that
Okay, but
we need to explore that.
Yeah, there are many. I think I have listed down. Okay, I think there are more than 15 platform here. Okay, you guys can explore. Okay, all the platforms on your own. But what I want you to remember is the five steps, because I did mention many times, it's not just any use or any integration of platform or tools. Yeah, carefully consider all the 5 steps. Okay.
Dr. Melissa, can I just interject? I saw some questions, somebody asking this, you Henley, she's he or she, I'm not sure, asking about, there's a question there. Perhaps
How
you
to
want
elaborate game activities with assessment. Okay. Game activities, what kind of assessment first? Is it weighted or non-weighted? If it's weighted, okay, then I'm not sure whether games would be the most appropriate, but if it's non-weighted, there are so many kinds of games. If you wish to just find out or understand, okay, whether they have learned something by the end of your lesson, okay, which is non-weighted assessment, you can use any kind of games activity. Yeah, you can use Quizlet, quizzes. You can use, what else have I used before? Classcraft. Okay, I love Classcraft because it adds a lot of mystery, and I would create random but relatable characters or avatars for the students, or even for myself. Okay, I'm so full of myself. Okay, so I would create all this, and students would be so motivated to play the game. Yeah, because they are so familiar with all these different characters. Yeah, with all these narrative or story. Okay, for example, the storyline is about this. For example, who? Okay, what can we? I actually use. Oh my God, what is the name of that guy? So, but basically, I create one character, okay, relatable to the student, a storyline relatable to the student, and we play using Classcraft. How do we assess students according to class-based assessment? No, we have TP1, TP6 assessment level. What is TP1 and TP6 assessment? Class-based assessment using games. Tahap pencapaian, okay. Tahap, okay. You can use the platform, okay, to design assessment. Yeah, but Yeah, careful. You need to carefully see the mapping of your assessment to the learning outcome, whether such platform would then scaffold your assessment. Yeah, so I find giving my older students spelling quizzes, you'd be surprised how they become suddenly confused. Okay, 2 distracted and 1 correct. Yeah. Okay. Is it because of the time factor? Marie Wong?
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah, can.
Okay. Do you know we have this problem with our students when it comes to spelling? Because I think nowadays we don't really concentrate on spelling, and because of internet and SMSs, their spelling is atrocious. I think things like, the word embarrassed, you have a double R and a double S, but when they are confronted with, is it 1 R or is it 2 R's, things like that. It's kind of fun, seeing them like discuss, hey, which is the one that's correct? And because there's also a time limit, they cannot really discuss further. So it's fun to see them suffer. I'm sorry. I see them suffer.
But okay, I'm also guilty, because when it comes to spelling, okay, I can't even save my life because I'm too reliant on technology, and yeah, guilty. Yeah,
yes, and especially when we have like automatic spelling correctors, they don't really bother.
The autocorrect.
Yes, words like assessments. All right, is it a double S in front, or is it a double S behind? Is it a 1 S? Things like that. So when you are writing notes, you can actually see whether you are really particular about small little things like this. I come from an older generation, so I am very particular about spelling. Sorry. Okay.
Okay, I have been informed that we don't have a lot of time, but yeah, before we all leave, okay, I just want to say thank you for coming, okay, and spending a bit of your time, okay, on a Saturday. There's a link for you to join the next session, okay, in the chat box. Yeah, again, I want to stress on the fact that you can learn. There are so many different kind of platform. It doesn't make you a better teacher. Yeah. To be honest, for my I completed my PhD in I can't remember, some years ago, and I actually assessed close to 4,000 different platforms. Okay. And to be honest, okay, it doesn't make me a better teacher or a better educator, because you know what makes me a better educator is your knowledge with your approach, your modality, okay, the pedagogy that you would bring, okay, when you choose the correct, the ability for you to understand, okay, the approach, the modality, the pedagogy to choose the correct tool. Yeah, go through. Okay, I will share. Okay, the PowerPoint slides. Okay, there are many different platforms. I think there are more than 15 platforms that I shared on my slide. You guys can try them out. Okay, let me know if anything is successful. I think my email is also in one of the slides. Yeah, so I wish you all the best for your lessons. Okay, design of your lessons. Okay, and stay safe. Okay, thank you very much. Bye, everyone.
Thank you, Melissa.
Thank you,
Bye.
Melissa. Bye.
Thank you,
Melissa, where
everyone.
can we
See
get the
you all.
slides again, Melissa? Where can we get the slides, Melissa?
I can wait.
Groups WhatsApp, or is it?
Hey, wait. Don't go first. I want to take this one, group selfie. Can you all on your camera, please?